Laurel High Flames from Kencook, Nova Scotia. And this is the championship game. I'm Philip Ross here with
Roger Drost.
Glad you could join us. FHS looking to win the home tournament here, but Hants North trying to spoil that, and quick bucket
Alex
right
Dunn
away.
takes the pass right in, and I did the game without you, unfortunately. They played Hants East. This is Hants North, and FHS with their tenacious defense turning everything into offense, and they just run.
And Hants North quickly to the rim. The big man with the board. Parker Smith with the big rebound and the bucket. And the Hants North crowd active behind us. Hants North playing a 2-3 zone. Three-pointer deep. Doesn't go, and offensive rebound going to the Black Cats.
Malcolm Crispy just climbs a ladder to get to that rebound and tip it out to his teammates.
And ball moving here for the Black Cats. And that shot swatted away. Hants North moving the ball around. Cross-court path. And that layup doesn't go. Rebound by Christie.
East Hants playing some good defense here to start this quarter.
That three-point doesn't go, but Christie once again with the offensive rebound. And that's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the Black Cats. If you'd like to reach out at any point during the broadcast, love to hear from you. You can find me on Twitter at Phil Drost. That's PhilDrost. You can let me know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, what you think of the game so far, all that fun stuff.
So the Black Cats beat Harrison, Trimble, Dartmouth, Leo Hayes, Simons, and East Hants to get here. I know that North Hants beat Harvey, lost to Oromocto, and beat St. Max.
Trying to get the ball inside, taken away. And three-pointer in the corner, doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. North Hants really struggling to rebound out of that zone, and a three-pointer goes down.
Jimmy Hong had a great game against East Hants, scored a bunch of threes. Fredericton played a real inside-outside game, but they're gonna have a hard time getting that ball into the paint. And once they get it into the paint, they're gonna have a hard time because FHS just protects the rim so well.
And ball inside there, quickly put up, and now offensive rebound for Hants North. Nice pass fake there. Good ball movement, gets them the open shot. Christie with the rebound. And great pushing the pace there.
Jimmy Hong for another.
Doesn't go, in another almost offensive board, but North Hants trash it down. Hants North, rather.
Hants North showing some real athleticism here. Doing a great job carrying the ball up and keeping it out of the hands of the Fredericton High School team.
And both teams here in a 2-3 zone. That three-pointer goes. Ethan McClellan knocking it down. And the mid-range jump shot misses. Another offensive board into the defense, and that'll be a foul.
Jackson Sweetland, good decision to go in. Those bodies are there. Went in strong with the ball, get rewarded. Will go to the line. That's the second team foul for Hants North.
Max Forett picking up the foul.
So anybody that is watching from North Hants, feel free to tweet out to us at Phil Drost or at RC Drost. Be curious to know what type of schedule North Hants has. I'm assuming they're in Division 2 in Nova Scotia, but I don't know that for sure, and where they are in their league play. It'd be interesting to get a little bit of background on them. Certainly a bunch of athletes on these teams.
A nice pass inside. Gets them an easy layup.
Draws the defense, gets their post player an easy bucket.
Great passing here from the Black Cats. Moving the ball well, which is what you got to do against the zone.
So there's a lot of Hantses in Nova Scotia. This is not North Hants. This is Hants North.
Now 12-9 here.
Just a great defensive effort.
And backcourt violation going to go to Hants North.
This is the hockey change. We've seen this before in the last game. Coach King choosing to change out a full lineup, put some fresh legs on the floor. Third game for each of these teams today. 6 games on the weekend. Hard to get that ball inside. Again, with the athleticism of FHS, they're going to get into those passing lanes and prevent those inlet passes. You're going to have to be quick, and you're going to have to break them down on the transition part of the game, is my guess. So FHS in here undefeated, 5-0. Hants North with 1 loss again against Oromocto. Burry had a 3 attempt. Nails that.
Norm Burry knocking down the triple. He's the threat from out there.
Got a good inside-outside game. One of the 3 players that played on that New Brunswick bronze medal national team this summer. Malcolm Christie being another. And I think Ethan Tumwine was the 3rd. Am I right?
I believe so. That's going to out of bounds off of FHS. Blake Withrow subbing in for Hants.
Kyle Woodworth officiating on a sports award a few days ago. Maybe you can fill us in a little bit what that was.
Yeah, Coach Woodworth winning Coach of the Year from Sport NB for his team's performance at the men's or boys national championship. Of course, getting a bronze medal, as you mentioned earlier. Huge accomplishment for Team New Brunswick. And a lot of fun. We called some of those games, including that championship, the championship game, but some other games.
We did the semifinal game, and I think we did the championship game.
Yeah, and that was a ton of fun here. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people came out to support New Brunswick, and New Brunswick came away with, I believe, their best performance. Certainly one of their best performances.
It was, I think, an historic win for New Brunswick. But again, 3 of those players from that championship team / bronze medal team, playing for this FHS group. And there's Norm Burry showing his range again, hitting that 3-pointer.
And that was one of the reasons Team New Brunswick did so well. He hit so many threes in that tournament and really helped New Brunswick get over the edge. Nice backdoor cut there. Great play. Hants through the defense.
Hants North playing an extremely high IQ offense against this tough FHS team. Nice to see that give and go.
And great passing there, and Burry finishes it off.
Little missed assignment there by Hants North.
So 9-point lead here from FHS. And a travel.
nice to see these Nova Scotia teams traveling up here for this tournament. Really hoping that they've enjoyed their time here in Fredericton.
Touch pass for the 3, and that's good. FHS coming out shooting hot.
Yeah, Tumwine is picking up where he left off in the last game, where he blistered Hants East from the three-point line. Whenever he was in the game, he was just a threat. This guy's got some athleticism, I will tell you.
He finishes off the inside look. Ethan McClellan with the bucket. And quickly scored back Colin Matthews. That's one of the most deflating things for a team is if you score, you make some nice plays, you score a bucket, and then the other team scores within 3 seconds, but right back at them.
Yeah, Hants North with guys that can just score as well. They're not going to roll over for this FHS team, no way.
And that lay-in good.
28-20. FHS playing a good offensive game as well, but again, they have a team here that's going to compete.
And that 3 doesn't drop.
You can see a little bit of tiredness. Hants North, 4 guys following that ball up. You kind of like to have your ball handler be the last guy up the floor.
And strong take from Burry. Excellent run of the fast break.
They're going to have to figure him out and get over there and step over on that defense because he's just walking all over them on the baseline.
Ball in the corner. FHS trying to trap that corner as much as they can. And that 3 doesn't go. Burry tips it, but tips it to the wrong team. And Max for it, getting the quick bucket off the rebound. So high-paced game here to start things off, 30-22 in favor of the Black Cats.
Yeah, a very high pace, going to be a high-scoring game unless some defense comes out here. But there's that Burry again, and they're really just not keying in on him when he's standing there all by himself on the baseline. He's going to punish you.
The offense doing a good job against that 2-3 zone, getting the ball to that high post, and you see the defense coming up a bit, and Norm Burry just sneaking in and scoring the easy layups.
And Norm Burry with so much experience down there.
So 32-22, 10-point lead for the Black Cats, but Hants North, Rural High Flames sticking around. They earned their spot in this finals, and they're proving it.
Yeah, I don't know what the margin of victory has been for FHS. I think some of the games I've heard have been 40 and 50 points. They're on pace to get there if this keeps up. However, I have a feeling that the Hants North kids are going to get some instruction from their coach about what that baseline looks like when Norm Burry's down there, and it's got to look different than it is now.
And FHS, certainly one of the premier teams in AAA basketball here in New Brunswick. One of the teams that, as always, is competing for NBIAA championship. And this is a great experience really for both teams, no matter where you are. Always good to come to these kind of tournaments, get a 4 or 5 games in, because nothing can really replicate in-game experience.
No, some good reps, although you got to think it's a bit exhausting to play the third game in a day. You and I have coached teams that have had to do that, and you're on the bench trying to motivate your kids to really eke out that last bit of energy and get out on the floor and try and make a difference. But it's not the easiest thing to do. When you see their eyes and you see that fatigue setting in, you're trying to encourage them, and oftentimes the coaches are just about as tired as the players are.
And the Black Cats electing to just go full, as you said, hockey subs, 5 out, 5 in. They try and give themselves some extra energy.
Yeah, they're not going to take this team lightly. They're going to really show a lot of respect to Hants North, and based on what we've seen so far, Hants North deserves their respect as well. We've seen them drain some long threes.
And Steele on the baseline, pushing it up. And thought about the three-point look, passes it to the corner. Spot up, doesn't go, but Christie, another offensive board. He just is so athletic, gets in there everywhere.
He just feels like he's got to play above the rim. That's where he belongs, and had a number of putback rebounds in the earlier game, as well as an off-the-backboard dunk. This kid lives above the rim and really enjoys it as well.
And one.
So number 32 there for Hants North. When he gets that ball, Parker Smith, he is so strong with it.
And he converts the and one. 9-point lead for the Black Cats.
Lots of Hants North fans behind us here.
And ball taken away by the Flames. Trying to heat up. Eight seconds on the shot clock. Flames trying to do something with it, find a corner, three-point look. Doesn't go, offensive rebound. Both teams crashing the offensive glass right now. And that goes out of bounds off of the Black Cats.
So we've had some conversations over the last few games about the 24-second reset. And in high school ball, it's still 24 on a live ball
and
rebound.
Christie with the slam. Finishing off on the break. Didn't want to do too much fancy with it, just two hands for safety.
Yeah, just a normal dunk. And so if an offensive rebound comes off the rim and goes out of bounds and goes to the offensive team, then it resets to 14.
And blocked by Christie, causing a lot of problems for the Flames. As you probably heard from the fans behind us, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Drive to the rim, nice handoff, but taken away. Great idea, but strong defense. Ball in the corner.
Alex Dunn.
And on the other end, Parker Smith, slow to get up. So playing now. And taken away now. FHS wants to get on the break, throws up the oop, and Christie electing to, again, it's the third game in a day.
Yeah, how high can he climb?
One time he said, you know what, it's worth 2 points either way.
Very much the truth. 41-25, the lead is ballooned to 16. Hants North is going to want to be careful a little bit about how far this gap gets. They're starting to actually, here early in the second quarter, show a little bit of fatigue, whereas FHS is still running.
And FHS really clamping down on defense, preventing some of the baskets that we were seeing in that first quarter. And as you said, Hants North not wanting this to get away from them. Coaching staff there calling a timeout, trying to slow down this run that started from the Black Cats. And really, it starts for FHS, at least in this quarter, on the defensive end. A lot of fast break points, their defense feeding their offense, and it's got that lead up to 16 points.
And most successful teams, you'll see that their defense is fed, or their offense is fed directly off of their strong defense and their defensive attitude. And then the offense just comes, right? You can't think about offense if you're not playing defense. It has to be a 1-2 punch. And we see that with so many teams, either in high school or AUS, even on the professional side, the teams that really, get down into the trenches and play hard defense, often the offense just automatically comes.
And three-pointer on the way. It's good.
Slow closeout for Jimmy Hong, and if you're going to take that long to get to him, he's going to drain that.
And so the shot clock not working right now. Stuck at 24.
Now it's going.
Now it's ticking, so an extra 5 or 6 seconds for this possession if
They'll
they
take
want
that.
It. And right now, Hants North just looking a step slow. That fatigue seems to be playing a factor. And Christie makes the second pass. Doesn't go. Rebound by the Flames. And FHS is switching to a man-to-man defense. Changing things up a bit.
Well, and that's going to tire out.
And take it away once again. The defense causing problems. Puts the shot up. Doesn't go. Offensive board. 2 offensive boards.
Yep, 3 guys standing around there, and neither one of them boxing out, causing free-for-all on that offensive rebound for FHS. So it takes a few tries, but it's in, right?
So Black Cats really starting to take control there. Foul inside. Parker Smith going to shoot some free throws. Another one of those full-line subs for the Black Cats of Fredericton.
So if you're listening from Hants North, you want to tell us what you think about the game, what you think about the broadcast, you want to make any comments, feel free to do that at RC Drost or at Phil Drost. Love to hear from you.
Cats pushing it up. Burry going for his 3rd triple. That one rims out. Now going the other way.
I think he's got the green light for that one.
And shot clock once again winding down. And that doesn't go. Burry with the rebound. FHS really trying to push the pace here.
Yeah,
Come wide open in the corner. Doesn't go. Out of bounds off of yellow.
.5:02 left in the second quarter. FHS leads 46-25.
And wide open 3 again. FHS making them pay. And we'll see if Hants North stays in the zone as they try and defend that deadly triple from the Black Cats. And foul on the Black Cats. That's going to be their 3rd foul of the quarter. 2 away from the bonus. And Hants North trying to find a way to score on this defense. They've had to use a lot of shot clock each possession and then end up having to take a tough shot. Offensive rebound, though, and that's good.
Yeah, some good hard work there by number 4, Cameron Derling. Get the ball inside, take a little bit of contact, and score it anyway.
And FHS content to work the ball around till they see a three-pointer they like, and it works again.
Yeah, they almost can play 5 out for the rest of the game, shooting at that pace.
So already 52 points for FHS. And Burry going to go all the way to the rim. He's got 2 free throws coming up. And looks like Hants North going to take a timeout. Talk things over as this game continues to get away from them, rather. 3:52 left to go in the first half. Quick moving game here to start things off. Not a lot of stoppage.
Yeah, true enough. The game's moving at a very fast pace.
And FHS just so deadly with that three-point shot. I'm sure the coaching staff there on Hants North talking over how they can get out on those threes and get a hand up, because it's just been a lot of uncontested jumpers, and FHS proving that if they get uncontested looks, they're going to knock them down.
And the challenge that I think Hants North has is the whole idea of the fitness, right? How much energy do they have left in the tank to really contest those outside threes and play a man-to-man? I think that's going to be a big challenge for them. And so, you know, it's what is the lesser of two evils, this playing a zone or trying to save a little bit of gas in the tank?
Yeah, that's the equation the coaching staff has to figure out. But FHS able to keep fresh legs on the court with their 5 on, 5 off.
Oh, better not. Maybe when you get a little bit bigger.
Norm Burry at the free throw line, 12th grade student for FHS. And 2 hitting the back of the rim and out. FHS back into its zone.
They're saving a little bit of energy too.
And swatted away. Not letting that shot go up.
Watch this number 8 in warm-up from Hants North. Ethan McClellan, and that guy's got some big hops.
And
offensive
that
rebound.
out. That one doesn't go, and Burry pulls away the rebound.
Ball
Finds
in the
the shooter
corner.
in the corner. Rare three-point miss.
I like the way Parker Smith rebounds. He grabs that ball and really cradles it, preventing anybody from getting their mitts on it.
And another block on the backboard. FHS not letting anything easy inside. And another 3 on the way. It's good.
Yeah,
Colin
that's
Matthews.
that is the tale of this game. Is FHS not really getting to the rim all that hard. All they did in the first quarter to a point, but this second quarter, it's all been about the long range.
Well, when this line was on for FHS earlier, the problem for Hants North was that baseline and preventing shots inside. Now they've got that a little more shored up, and FHS beating them another way. And great ball movement there from FHS. Not rewarded with a make, but that's how you get open looks against the zone.
Well, Hants North doing a good job at reducing the offensive rebounds that FHS was able to get earlier in the game.
And baseline drive. Kicked out for 3. And that's good. Cameron Gerling knocking it down.
Good ball movement there by Hants North.
And good defense. Great hands there from Hants North. Burry checking out, so the Flames with a bit of a height advantage right now. And now taken away.
2-on-1.
And no call there. Going the other way.
Those are the opportunities that Hants North has to capitalize on. That 2-on-1, that's a football, going to go to black. But, you know, you have a 2-on-1, you really, really have to capitalize that. Being down 22, it's important that every time you get a quality opportunity like that is that you make it count.
And another 3 on the way from Matthews. He's lighting it up from downtown.
just got a beautiful stroke from outside, and again, Hants North still in that zone, getting torched from the outside. Hants North started the quarter hitting a few outside shots.
Tough defense there from Tumwine. Long pass. Nice pass inside and almost a throwdown. Can't quite give him the dunk, but
you can't quite give him the dunk, but I noticed, I was talking to some of the coaching staff from the UNB Reds, and they noticed him in warm-ups really having some athletic ability.
And three-pointer goes down, but Kerwin Durling seems to have been hit in the face. But he'll get back up. But 60-34, 37.7 left to go in the first half.
So this, as everybody probably knows, is the championship game for the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament, largest basketball tournament, high school tournament in Atlantic Canada.
And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Tumwine coming up limping a little bit from that charge.
17.4 left.
FHS probably hold for the last shot.
And great pass. If you got an open look like that, you might as well put it up.
Yep.
FHS just so good against that zone. And the final shot doesn't go. FHS will finish the half with the lead, 62-34. We'll be back in 10 minutes. welcome back to this presentation of MIBT Championship Basketball. The FHS Black Hats versus the Hants North Rural High Flames. And I understand we have quite a few Hants fans watching from back in Nova Scotia.
We got a couple of folks sitting behind us that asked us to do a shout out. Half the school, I think they said, was watching, which is kind of cool, having that local support. And certainly a team that's had some great success at this tournament so far, albeit that the fact that they're in the final game, which doesn't come easy in a tournament this large. So clearly they deserve to be here. They've run into really an elite team in Atlantic Canada in this Fredericton High School Black Cats team. So much talent, and it's going to be a challenge for them to really get back into this one. Having said that, though, chins up on the guys, and they're really competing.
Great ball movement there from the Black Cats. Trying to pick apart the 2-3 zone.
They've got shooters here. We've seen that early in the first quarter, and that's a tip, but now they're out of shot clock time.
And he didn't, and that will be a shot clock violation. Had to heave it in the backcourt. But FHS with the 31-point lead. Just been no huge runs, just slowly but surely building and building on that lead. And that one doesn't go, batted out. And blocking foul. Max Fort picking up the foul. And as you said, really tough on some of these teams who have to play 3 games in one day, but obviously clearly talented enough to make it here.
Yeah, and then the other downside is they got to get in a bus and travel back to their homes to go to school, hopefully on Monday, although, excuse me, I think I talked to one of the teams from Nova Scotia, from St. Margaret's. I think it was St. Margaret's that was staying the night yet because it was just too far to go. And I'm always adverse to driving at night as well, so.
A nice dump-off pass.
Got the foul call late in the shot clock. Parker Smith will go to the line. Gets the second one to go.
And a quick steal and basket. So quick that if you blinked, you might have missed it.
And I almost did.
And 3 points got back quite quickly. Back to a 30-point game.
So you and I have we've done a bunch of broadcasts for the U17. We even did some U15 as well on the girls. Well, we did U17 girls and U17 boys 2 years in a row.
Yep.
And there were some games that were really lopsided. And but we've always said there's learning points for these guys. Coaches can point out to their teams different things that they can try. Clearly, this game is out of reach for Hants North. But it doesn't. They don't stop learning, and there aren't things that that they can do to improve their game when they get back to their own division.
And the thing is, as you're saying, the Maritime Invitational, well, of course you want to win it, isn't what the main goal is for most of these teams. As Smith drains that 3, but these teams have bigger goals, both of them. So it's for both of them learning from these games and getting that experience and hopefully improving.
Yeah, I'm quite confident that there isn't a team like FHS in the Hants North Division. So when they go out to play one of their division teams, it's likely going to feel a whole lot different because they've faced a team that just got so many horses in the race. They're doing 5-on, 5-off subs, and there isn't any depletion of defense or offense when they do that. Ball back in the corner.
And they're liking shooting from that corner. Back-to-back threes from that spot. This one coming from Ethan McClellan.
That's kind of how they started in the first quarter as well, shooting well from the outside to keep themselves close then.
So trying to make a dent in this lead. And inside, doesn't go, offensive board. Kicks it back out, other corner. That doesn't go, rebound by FHS, pushing the ball up now. Christie thinking about the three. Nice pass inside, great pass, but great block. Good job though from FHS.
And that's the stick-to-itness you like to see, and you want your teammates to see that too. You know, he gets blocked on his first attempt, but sticks with it, gets that offensive rebound, and scores.
And steal there. Ball going up for the oop. And again, just going to lay that in nice and gentle. 73-43. 5.5 left in the third quarter, rather. Three-pointer now, and that's good. Cameron Derling, deadly from outside.
This Hants North team showing that they're not going away, which is something that certainly even as an FHS coach you want your guys to play against tough competition, and Hants North not going to throw in the towel, which is, you know, part of the character of this team as well.
And right back. That one doesn't go.
Rare miss. Yeah. You and I are thinking the same thing at the same time.
Colin Matthews has just been so deadly in this game, but Hants North gonna keep putting up triples. And
kind of got an injury over here. Number 24 is pulling at his hamstring. Not nice to see. Hopefully just a cramp, temporary.
Carson Gorman going to take a minute. And his teams go to their benches. Talk things over, and hopefully everyone's okay. Obviously, you never want to see any sort of injuries. .442 left to go, just feeling that hamstring. 73-49. 24-point game.
Yeah, it was more significant than that before, but a couple of timely threes by the Hants North team has kind of closed that gap a little bit. And, hey, remember, we're still only in the third quarter. Lots of advice being given from the
trying to deliver some clementines, I believe. Guess you gotta have your
citrus.
Fruit. Your citrus, you got it.
We should have grabbed one on our way by. I like me a good clementine.
It's a real treat sometimes.
It's coming out top to Burry. Was waiting for it there. No coverage on Burry. But
Great
this is even
movement.
better.
That was an AUS three there. Of course, team shooting from the inside line from three. But if you got the range to take the AUS three, you might as well shoot it. Especially if you're hoping to play in the AUS after that. And great ball movement, but tough pass back to him.
Yeah, an extra pass probably would have been wiser just to take a shot, especially that deep into the shot clock. His teammate happened to be out of bounds.
FHS pushing it now.
Marwan for three.
That doesn't go, but offensive rebound, no one crashing. Nice play there. A good give and go, tough miss, but great execution. Trying to force it with the dribble. And great pass to Burry. He's going to hit that.
Goes up strong with the ball. Played through a little bit of contact there. It's able to roll it in off the glass.
And I'm sure a lot of universities have their eyes on him. mobile big who can shoot the three and finishes well around the rim.
UMB'd love to have a kid like that, homegrown.
Of course, we, as we mentioned earlier, call UMB men's games, so we're always thinking about which of these kind of players are going to make it on the next level, and he's certainly one who's capable of it.
Yeah, doubly connected. Have a son that plays on the UMB Reds team, number 14. And so we're always looking for good recruits to help him out and get them a step closer to another AUS championship.
Now, did he play ever in the MIBT? You would know better than I.
Ethan?
Yeah.
Yep. FCA played in the MIBT 2 years ago, and they did not play the Sunday games, but did go 2-0, I think, in the 2 games that they did play.
And so that just shows you there, coming to a tournament like this, a great opportunity to not only see some great basketball, but see some players who could be stars at the next level. Ooh, and saw him wide open, and doesn't finish it, just a little bit late getting that ball to Burry, but you know what? He says, I'll try again and I'll get to go.
And just forces himself through the defense. If you're not squared up on him and he doesn't knock you over, he's just going to move you aside and come through like a freight train and score that bucket. He's got such great footwork, and here he goes. He's all alone, 3-0. Will he dunk it?
And he's going to lay it in. Just nice and simple. FHS electing for the sure things today.
And again, this is not a team that FHS will meet in any sort of playoff situation or league play. And I think maybe if this was a team that FHS played in league or divisional play, they might not show them as much respect. But Hants North, clearly a team that won't affect their place in the standings or not. They're going to, I think, show them a little additional respect.
85-52. 1 minute left to go in the third.
Great footwork by Parker. It's a keen understanding where he is on the floor, where that rim is. Tumwine back in the game. Hit a couple of key threes early.
And so Hants North staying in that 2-3 zone throughout the game. As you said, especially if you've played a couple games already, the zone lets you take a little bit of a break on defense. Obviously, if you're playing FHS, not really much of a break, but a lot less running around in the 2-3.
Did Ethan step out of bounds?
Appears to be the case. So 31-point lead for the Black Cats, trying to win the MIBT. I believe this is the first year they've been invited
Yes.
to the tournament. And really just showing their strength.
Notice how quickly Marwan Sophie ran ahead and just used this extra jet of speed to get ahead of his defender in order to make that layup so much easier. And that, again, is attributed just to some hard
really
fitness.
pressuring the ball handler there. Missed that layup, but great defense. And he puts a shot up in the corner, and that doesn't go, but some really aggressive defense there at the end of that quarter as FHS switched into a man-to-man.
But again, you and I have talked about this a few hundred times over the last 5 or 8 years, and this whole idea of, yes, you absolutely want to show the Hants North team the respect. You don't want to showboat our hot dog when you have a lead like this. At the same time, you want to maintain the respect by doing your best, right? You do not want to lay down and do things that would disrespect your opponent. You want to play your hardest. You want to go out there and do your best so that they can as well. And I think that's I've heard this debate over the years from parents when they say, when a team runs up the score and things like that. And I know that there's a discussion to be had about that. But in this case, FHS is playing good, strong defense. We talked about it in the East Hants game. Maybe it's Hants East. Maybe I'm getting this wrong. Hants East game previous to this, that even though FHS was a little bit more patient on offense, they still played that critical, hard-nosed defense that they're known for and that they're always going to play. And I have the utmost respect for that, because you can't forget to do that.
Well, because no one gets better. Hants North isn't going to get better if the Black Cats don't try.
Right.
And if they just kind of are lazy and just say, you know what, we are in a good position, we're just going to kind of fool around a bit. They're not going to get any better, and FHS isn't going to get any better. So absolutely, you're going to want to play your best game. Obviously not show any disrespect to the team, but still play a tough game and don't take anything for granted.
Some good rebounds from Hants North, doing a good job getting up there and grabbing those defensive rebounds, preventing those extra shots.
And more great ball movement. 3 guys on the wing open there. Had his pick of players to choose from.
Yeah, that's what the zone defense will do for a team like FHS, and they've got so much confidence in that shot that they're going to continue to take it.
Now Burry outside. He'll take that one and he'll make it. 3 triples for Burry. 90-54.
8:40 left in this Maritime Invitational Boys Championship game.
And that pass picked off. And all the way to the rim, and another one just trickled out, but Burry cleaning it up.
Yep, and so there's a guy that just, again, like some of the other players here, sticks with the play. And we have that on a number of occasions, when you're coaching some of the younger divisions. Guys go up for a shot, and they miss it, and they turn around and run rather than, and the ball falls where they were standing. And you think, yeah, all you had to do was stick with the play, and you could have had yourself an offensive rebound there.
And the 3-point fake and the 2-point make.
Well said.
40-point game. FHS putting up a lot of points today. Looking for the post up. Kick out for 3. And that one's good.
Really seems like when Hants North gets some time on the perimeter, that they're really got a high shooting percentage.
And nice spin move there, and Burry just doesn't get it to go. They've had a couple of those on that rim.
7:16 left in the fourth quarter, 94-57.
And tough perimeter defense here from FHS. As the shot clock winds, another steal, and they're leaving him all alone. And he'll easily lay that in.
He's got active hands and has tipped that ball away from the Hants North guards on a number of occasions this game.
And Hants North slowing down a bit. Again, as this game goes on, those legs get a little bit more tired. And Burry inside. That's going to be out of bounds off of the Black Cats. A couple subs coming in for Hants North. And the ball in the high post. And FHS making Hants North use a lot of shot clock, really forcing them to take their time. That layup doesn't go, but Burry cleans it up again.
Talk about that sticking with the play.
He just assumes every shot is a miss. Not that he doesn't trust his teammates, but he just has that mentality that if it's coming off the rim, it's coming into my hands. Come wine. He'll take the 3.
Good box out by Hants North.
And all the way to the rim, doesn't go. And a nice inside feed, and that will be 2 points. Ref's going to call the substitutions in. And timeout coming up. 5 minutes left to go in this championship game. The Black Cats looking to hang that Maritime Invitational banner in the rafters at the FHS. Is there a name for the gym at FHS? You should know. You went there.
Yes, it's an alma mater. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, if anyone on Twitter knows,
Have we had one
I don't think we've
single person?
one tweet. You know, I've heard that people have statistically been using Twitter less and less. Not really. People check it for their news and whatnot, but less people just sending out tweets.
Well, that's not fair because that's how we communicate.
Yeah, we need this.
It's like I think you are the only one. This is my 4th game this afternoon, and you are the only one to tweet at me.
Well, I got your back.
Yeah.
I got your back.
The Hants North folks don't have Twitter,
I guess not.
commonly known as the Twitter.
The tweeter. And to Christie, he'll lay it in.
I haven't seen Christie on the floor much this half.
Well, because they only sub halfway through each quarter. So they put in one line of subs. Now he's in for the rest of it. On the break again. Nice feed. And a high layup goes down.
Layup drill for FHS. Hants North got to protect the ball a little bit on the dribble.
And really just a tough team for anyone in this tournament to play. As we've mentioned throughout the broadcast, just a really elite team here from Fredericton High School.
Most of the other divisions, from what I've heard, I was talking to John Rice there at halftime, and he said, for the most part, there was a lot of parity in this tournament. FHS and potentially Dartmouth had some, lopsided wins, but for the most part, there was a lot of parity in the divisions and the groupings. Just again, such active hands.
And ball falls into his hands there, but doesn't get it to go. Off balance with that shot.
Hants North, some of the long bench guys in the game getting some valuable minutes.
And nice pass inside and just spins all around the rim. The crowd was ready to explode for that basket, but tough one there. And offensive board and 2.
1:55 left in the 4th quarter, just before they crown the FHS Black Cats tournament champions. Mid-ranger by Parker.
And the Cats pushing it up. 3-pointer again. That one doesn't go. You can blame that one on fatigue if you want. And travel going on Christie.
Well, the official Woodworth should know what Christie looks like when he travels. He was the coach of that bronze medal historic New Brunswick team this past summer at the Richard J. Curry Center.
And so if I remember the games correctly, it was really Christie and Burry who were the 2 leaders for that team. So having them both on the same high school team has got to be a scary proposition for any teams facing them.
Yeah, I would say so. And, it's one of the things that you have to understand And one of the things that I believe you have to believe is that there's only one way that Bury and Christie play the game of basketball the way they play it, and it has everything to do with hard work.
Yeah.
And so it just all that equation adds up to hard work. So if you want to be good at this game, you got to put in the work. And when you do that, you'll be rewarded. And it's rare that we've ever seen kids go out there and work hard and do all the right things and aren't successful. So congratulations to the FHS Black Cats, the 2019 MIBT Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament champions, and the runners-up, the Hants North, who chins up, did a great job today and provided good entertainment for this final game.
Go ahead.
Yeah, folks, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe we'll catch you another time. Feel free to tune in to UMB games.
Have a wonderful evening.
Okay.
Just wanted to say thank you to both Fredericton High School and Hants North for coming down to play. Thanks, guys, for coming. Playing the game first for Hants North, number 8. And player of the game for Fredericton at number 3. And tournament MVP for Fredericton, number 15. I'll get the team captains from Fredericton to come up and grab the banner and the trophy. We'll get some pictures and we'll hand out the sweaters afterwards. Thanks, guys, and have a safe trip home. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for attending. If you're coming onto the floor to take pictures, shoes off, please.